all right, you guys. Welcome to On the Block with Jen. The block is on a super high, ladies and gentlemen. We've added two more shows to the production, okay? Coming at you soon, literally within the next couple days. Lily and I, okay, launched Sisterhood Sips. Yes, that's Sis, CIS, which I am. Sisterhood Sips. We already recorded 4 episodes for you. So you have 4 episodes coming, and this is no holds barred girl talk. If you are a man that wants to know how women really think, you want to watch the show. If you are a lady, okay, who needs advice on men and relationships, you're going to want to watch this show. Sisterhood Sips coming at you very, very soon. The next couple of days, we'll start dropping some promo. And I also have The Block one-on-one, where I will be doing intimate interviews. Everybody will be clothed, but it will be intimate interviews with me and a guest from all walks of life. Okay. And I'm not talking about interviewing other content creators. I'm talking about interviewing medical examiners. I'm talking about, interviewing embalmers. I'm talking about, interviewing celebrities. I'm talking about interviewing athletes. All my friends are down for this. And the first one will be Big Daddy Kane. I'm dropping that soon as well. That's already done. Wonderful interview with Big Daddy Kane coming at you soon. So please stay tuned. Follow my community section. Most importantly, follow my Instagram. That is where I will be dropping everything. You see the names on the board. Please follow everyone individually. This is moving really, really fast for all of us. So you must keep up. Don't go sliding in our DMs talking about when is this? When are y'all going to do that? When is this dropping? If you're following us on social media, the thing about The Block is we are very detailed with what's coming and when. So if you're following us, don't have to slide in our DMs talking about when is that happening? Follow our social media. We got lots of juicy stuff coming for the end of the year going into 2024. We are really expanding, okay? And yesterday's price is not today's price. Y'all better hold on now. Welcome everyone who's in the chat. Hold us down, chat. We're going to get right into this. We're here tonight for a good time, not a long time. This is a very interesting thing that has been brewing, and I've been wanting to talk about it anyway. Right? I got some shit to say to these rappers. Okay, we're going to do that tonight. I did want to mention really quickly, does anyone know what's going on in Israel? It is lighting up our timelines. A lot of celebrities are getting involved now. Celebrities are actually arguing back and forth. Like the celebrities that are mentioning it are calling out celebrities that are not mentioning it, okay? Some people are calling other people posers. You don't care about this, but you cared about Black Lives Matter. Why is it, so it is a mess, okay? It is a mess on social media. People that care mad at people that don't care. People that don't care mad at people that care. Some people are in the middle. Other people like life goes on. This has always been happening since the fucking beginning of time. People are dying. People are posting videos of children dying, blown up, heads blown off. It is that graphic. I had to report a couple of videos. I don't think it's cute. You're not a fucking journalist. You just want to get attention for your pages. And people are sharing these videos saying, share, our tax dollars are paying for this. And I'm like, what the fuck would you like us to do, ball sweat? Share it and do what? Do you think America's going to wake up tomorrow morning and say, stop paying our taxes? Because what's happening in Israel, these motherfuckers want their hot wings and their fucking football. You dumb fuck. That is America. Did you forget what country you're in? Did you forget? People want to watch reality show reunions and their fucking football. Yes, while children are getting their heads blown off. This is America. That is how it is. Self-preservation on steroids. Nobody fucking cares. So for you to continuously share those videos of those children being blown apart, talking about our tax dollars are paying for this, share this. Go get a Clorox smoothie, you fucking asshole. So I'll pass the mic on that if you guys want to mention anything on that really quickly. But I have proof that the celebrities, are going at each other. Vlad from Vlad TV went at DJ Khaled and went at Drake. And he released a very interesting statement.
The atheist Jew guy?
Yes.
Okay.
He went in on Drake and on DJ Khaled. I thought it was really interesting. If you guys would like to say something, before or after I read this, that's fine. What's up, Kari?
I would.
What's popping?
What's up, Kari? I would think No Saint would have more background information because you were in the
Mm-hmm.
military. My brother called me and he was trying to catch me up. My brother's not really good at concising things,
Okay.
so I had to go behind him and do a little bit more research. I feel this is so convoluted. This is
Yeah.
thousands of years old,
Yeah.
and so to try to like this is like several episodes, but I'll let No Saint go first, and I'll try to sum it up from what I gathered.
Yeah, it's a mess. It's a mess. This conflict goes back just a mere 50 or 60 years when Britain was in control of Israel at one point, and then after World War II they said, okay, this is where, after the Holocaust and everything, this is where all the European Jews can go to this land and basically settled in this land that they had people living in and kind of pushed them to the side. But in recent times, there were two factions. There was Hamas, and there's another one, and it's not Hezbollah, it's another one. And the other one, I can't remember, something with a Y. But that one wanted to get control and have like a two-state thing. Like you'd recognize Israel, and then they would have the West Bank and Gaza, Palestine. But the people voted in Hamas, and Hamas was just about get out of here. They just want, they're always going to fight Israel no matter what. Now, what's really interesting about this though is like the Iranians who are supporting this, that they're saying is kind of the only way they could have pulled this off is, Iran supplying them with certain weapons, and this has been going on a long time. But there are two different factions of Muslims, one Sunni and one Shia. And that was to not go too far into the weeds. They don't get along either. They'll kill each other to try to take over land. It's really crazy. But there was an attack, really sophisticated attack for not having airplanes. They went through, like, thousands of foot soldiers went through the gate. There was like a fence or whatever, got through there. They went on hand gliders. And they also attacked by sea. And then they kidnapped a bunch of civilians, right? Like kids, women, older people, killed some, kidnapped some. But yeah, it's a mess. And this is always a powder keg. But this was huge because they actually went into it. It's almost like they're calling it their 9/11. They weren't, the intelligence missed it. They weren't expecting it. And they got in and they got it in. They got some in, but it's not going to end. None of this is going to end pretty because when it comes down to it, Israel's got the weapons to do a lot of damage, and that's what's happening right now. And a lot of innocent people are being killed on both sides.
So basically, in the way I gathered from it, is what's going on. That attack is the equivalent. Say if we're down by the East River, like dancing, having a good old time, just living life, and all of a sudden a bunch of motherfuckers come out of the Hudson and just like out of nowhere and start attacking us. Like that just wouldn't be expected. We wouldn't go down there and think that that's going to happen. So it was kind of that type of situation. So there's two school of thoughts going on. One school of thought is saying this is an intelligence failure. But that's weird because it's like Israeli is known for having the most sophisticated, high intelligence. They are the ones who sell the intelligence to the rest of the world. So they're like, okay, how does this happen to you? You're the biggest and the best. So are you the biggest and the best, or what's the tea? So that's leading to the other school of thought, which is the conspiracy. It's always got to be a good conspiracy. Now you ain't going to get away with that, right? So the conspiracy is saying that this was probably they knew, and the reason why they said that they knew is because there were repeated warnings from Israel saying, "Hey, Hamas is on their way, girl. You might want to get it together, Molly. You in danger." So they're saying that there was possibly a Nord. So that's what they're arguing over right now. Is like, is it like, did they know or did they not know? That's one of the
and in between there are many women and children and innocent men being slaughtered and massacred and torn apart. The videos are absolutely horrendous, absolutely horrific. Haran, I sent one to your DM. Huge trigger warning. It's really awful. And it's crazy how desensitized we are in 2023, where these people are sharing videos with children's heads blown apart.
Oh
on
my
stretchers,
God.
and that is
Now,
where we are.
now some of the stuff
Not
I was
that.
reading, they say this kind of happened because they did this on a holiday. It's like if somebody tried to invade the U.S. on Christmas. Most people are off. Most people are on vacation, on leave, and it was just like their defenses was down.
Well, yeah, yeah, you're right. It was on Yom Kippur, and it was 50 years to the day of the 7-year war 50 years ago. So they did it on it's also like there was a 7-year war 50 years ago where Egypt and some other countries tried to go in on Israel and lasted 7 days.
Okay.
But what's really
It's
interesting,
nasty
real quick,
out there, though.
so the United States, believe it or not, because things are shifting, we're kind of starting to pull back on policing the world's naval ports and oil because we're not needing the Middle East oil as much. But this is sort of funny because they shipped an aircraft carrier right off the coast of Israel. And basically that's just because we want to have that influence. Israel obviously is the ally, right? And money goes to them for a bunch of different reasons, but basically because it is still the Middle East, and that is the main power in the Middle East that can, proxy kind of be used by the United States if need be. But they're the military is very good. Their Air Force is probably the best. But
Haran, you were about to say, so we can segue.
This is literally some blood and Crip shit. I mean, it's
Oh.
no, seriously. They've been going at each other for generations. And it's one of the things that I often say. And as I see the video or the reactions of the video circulating on IG or on wherever, the main thing that pops out is so many Black people needing to insert themselves in the situation and say how, well, motherfuckers is in cages, Black people are in cages here and blah, blah, blah. Like, no, your great, 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 great granddaddy was, bro. You're on a phone. You're on a $1,000 phone yapping about your horrible life. You know what I mean? Just maybe because you lost your job to a more qualified person and blamed it on your skin tone. These are children getting torn apart over an idea, not over resources, over an idea, an intangible idea. Now understand how powerful that is. So I'll just leave it at that.
Can I say one more thing? That what I found interesting is there are a lot of I got you. There's a lot of African Americans that are in Dimona that have settled there probably since the late 60s, early 70s, and I've been seeing them on people's podcasts right now. And I'm not talking about the guys on the street that are yelling at you. I'm talking about like these are, they claim to be Jewish, but they're not the ones that you see yelling at everybody. But it's really interesting because it's like they're still, even though some of them gave up their citizenship, some of them are still viewed as American. So it's kind of dangerous, and they're right in the, anyway, just wanted to bring that up. So
Kanye's not saying anything?
Yeah, because the original Jews are like in trouble right now.
Yeah.
And he should be able to do something. It's in a rider.
Kyrie, anything from Kyrie's desk? No.
Nah,
Okay.
Nah,
Okay.
I don't know why Kanye's not saying nothing.
Okay. So segueing into now, this has become a social media war amongst the stars. Amari, what's his last name? Stoudemire. Stoudemire. A lot of celebrities are coming out and they're speaking right about this, and Amari said something about Black Lives Matter. I think Black Lives Matter is always the go-to because they made a huge stink about, laws and police brutality and look at what they're doing to us. But here's the thing. Everybody, we're tribal by nature. Everybody cares about what the fuck they want to care about, right? That is just human nature. I understand the frustration, like, yo, motherfucker, you had all that to say about that. What about these people over here? But you get older and you realize it's self-preservation and people are interested in their interest, right? That's how people are. So Vlad called out DJ Khaled and Drake, and here's what he had to say. And Vlad has influence in hip hop, right? thanks to a bunch of black men who have upheld him to be some sort of in-depth journalist in hip
I
hop.
don't know why.
Right?
I don't know why he has that credibility.
Right, but hey. So DJ Vlad said, has anyone, this DJ Vlad, he said, has anyone noticed that the most famous Jewish person on earth, Drake, and the most famous Palestinian person on earth, DJ Khaled, haven't said a single thing about the Gaza-Israel conflict? It's not like Drake is too busy. He's been writing paragraphs about Joe Budden, hurting his feelings about his new album. DJ Khaled has been working overtime promoting his new Jordan sneakers. But both of them have been silent on this topic. Why is that? It's because both are so thirsty to maintain their relevance that they wouldn't dare risk insulting a segment of their fan base. Heaven forbid that Drake might debut at number 2 behind Taylor Swift because some of his Palestinian fans chose not to stream his album. And it would be the end of the world if DJ Khaled sold a few less sneakers because some Jewish people decided not to buy his Jordans. That's the difference between artists of today and timeless legends like Tupac. You know damn well Pac would be the first one to speak out about something so close to home. This is the era of social media. People cannot stand 10 toes down without pulling in her and him and them and they, right? He could have had something to say about Israel without pulling in Drake and this one. Now, I understand the sentiment. I've gone through that myself. So I'm not even about to sit up here and cap and act like I don't fucking understand. When Puerto Rico is in dire straits, when the hurricane has everyone homeless and the roofs blown off and people, hungry and not being able to get water or take showers or do basic things or get food and stuff like that. Yeah, I automatically, think about the Puerto Rican millionaires who waved the flag wherever they go. They're on stage, they wrap the flag around the microphone, they wear it on their shirt, right? Everywhere they go. And I'm not talking about 1 million, 2 million. These motherfuckers are worth 300 million, 400 million, 500 million. So you automatically think, hey, motherfucker, get in there and do something. Drop 2 million. It's not going to kill you. You're not even going to live to spend this money. What the fuck is wrong with you? Then I grew up and I realized, Jen, some people are just entertainers.
That's it.
They're just entertainers.
It's I get it, but for Vlad to sit there and I just hate when people stand on these moral codes and these self-righteous kicks. Because, bro, you got an entire platform dedicated to motherfuckers that feed poison to the community. You literally give them a voice, and you make money off of it. So if we really want to sit down and get into the weeds of things, it's a sticky situation for everyone. Just say whatever you got to say, you have to say, and keep it pushing, man. It doesn't have to be, well, what's on the block with Jen doing? Like, no, I don't speak for that. I don't speak for this. I know what I speak for. If something's going on in Jamaica, whatever, I'm speaking for me. All the rest of those motherfuckers, whatever they feel or think or believe, I don't care. That has nothing to do with me. I'm speaking from my perspective, and we need to go back to those days because motherfuckers always seem to try to find an opportunity to kick somebody down a couple of pegs to solidify their point. Just make your fucking point and get the fuck out, man. Period.
I want to know why I've never seen either one of them kind of champion anything outside of their brand.
Very true.
The last time I seen Drake be Jewish was in his video.
Very true.
I haven't seen Khaled speak out about anything really in the past, unless
I didn't even know he was Palestinian. So there you go.
Right, unless it was like a trend or something like that. So I wouldn't expect them to speak out now because I haven't seen them speak out in the past about anything really. They're kind of like big corporations and brands. They don't want to offend anybody, so they don't say nothing.
Vlad is selectively Jewish. Anyway, so that's why I have to consider the messenger, right? He wasn't he's notoriously an atheist, right? He just was born in a Jewish home. So he's only Jewish when things like this come up and he wants to wave that and do that. So it's hard to even take him seriously at this point.
What is Jewish if you're an atheist, he's just a white guy from Russia.
Exactly.
I mean, be honest with you. That's the thing. People want to say, a lot of people are like, oh, like, people, first of all, people say racism when it's not racism. That's a religion. You know what I mean? When if you, oh, that you racist, say, no, that's a religion. Now, you can be bigoted towards people that believe certain things. But anyway, not to go into that. Vlad, if you don't, that is puzzling because he's an atheist. So that just means he's just a white guy now. He doesn't say he's not Jewish. There's no such thing.
Interesting. Interesting. So maybe that's why he's passing the baton, saying, "Hey, Drake, you claim to be Jewish. Get in there." Maybe
That could be.
that's what it is. Like, get in. Somebody get in there. I just think it's unrealistic to expect, to share these horrible videos and expect Americans to run to, Americans are just fucking getting by, man. Okay. They got the wife that fucking hates them, the kids that don't fucking respect them. They're trying to pay the fucking mortgage. Everybody is strapped right now. Even millionaires are strapped right now. Like, what's going to happen tomorrow? Everybody's strapped. And it's horrible because it's like our hands are tied. What are we going to do? We all going to pack up and run to Israel and help stitch up the babies? It's absolutely horrific. It's horrible. Yes, it keeps you up at night. Yes, you think about it. Yes, someone said earlier they watch football and they feel guilty because all of that is going on over there. We're human. We're going to feel it. I just loathe people that use this as a means to, like Vlad mentioning Drake, the biggest motherfucker in the game right now, and probably hoping and wishing, I'm not praying because he's an atheist, but hoping and wishing that Drake responds. That way Vlad's brand can get more press, right? The way Drake responded to Joe Budden, right? I thought that was cross promo, if you ask me.
Yeah, it looks like he just saw the opportunity and just said, let me jump in here somehow. And this was the perfect way to do it.
Absolutely.
Look, man, I feel terrible about the situation myself. It is horrible. However, I wasn't thinking about it a couple of hours ago when I was hungry as fuck and I was eating a hamburger. I'm just being real with you, man.
No, I mean,
stuck on my brain because we as human beings, we are all in our own microcosms. You can still feel for whatever's going on, but the world still spins. Motherfuckers die every day, B. I'm just saying what it is.
Yeah, and I'll say that, people don't really want to know what's going on around the world because there's a lot of these things happening you just don't ever hear about, right?
Yeah.
So it's very taxing if you don't do what you're talking about because you will never smile. I mean, listen, and another thing is we all have our own problems, and although it's not that, it's still you still have your own problems, right? I mean, you still are focused on your own problems, as terrible as that is. And it is terrible, but like I said, it's like, what are you gonna do? I mean, we're not gonna do anything, basically.
Exactly. That's the point that I had to look at because I look at world news. I check in with world news every now and then, but you got to check right out. You don't stay there because you will walk around wanting to just find the Brooklyn Bridge and whatever.
Yeah, and it's sad as fuck, man. And not just this situation. To see the images, not just this situation. When you think about the women in India, what's going on there, and the sexual assault of little girls, and in Africa, they're still circumcising. It's hell everywhere we look, and it's fucked up. The only thing that we can do, because we do feel despair, the only thing we can do with what we have, where we are, is help maybe another person.
That's it.
Just pay it forward. Someone does something for us, we pay it forward. It's really the only thing we can do. Really
everyone's not going to be some big political leader, right? Like we all just play a little small part, right? I think sometimes we think if we can't be this big, whatever, that we can't do anything, and that's just not true. We just be a kind person. That's it.
Yes.
I mean, even if you wanted to, there's so many components connected to even working out like that on a medium level. Okay, there's a safety in living in America. I will say this. Yes, there's a safety living in America. And you don't want to know how the fucking sausage is made, man, in order for this shit to be a safe space.
Right.
Bunch of motherfuckers got to die in order for this to be a safe space. It is what it is. Because if you weren't living here, you'll be living there. You know what I mean? Be worrying about getting your fucking head cut off. It's just the way it is, man.
And
Yeah,
shit,
Haran.
that can happen here on the way to Subway to get a sandwich.
No, that's true too. But no, Haran, what they said earlier, what some of the comments were saying, like, look what our tax dollars, that's what triggered in my mind, was like, you don't know what your tax dollars are keeping you from. So you don't understand. Yes, it's a bloody business. And yes, we pick the government picks sides due to how they can use those different countries into their own advantage for power. But yeah, I mean, it's a dirty world, man. It is.
Okay, so let's segue into the girls are fighting.
The girls are fighting.
The girls are fighting, honey. So Juicy J is mad, right? In a world where we just mentioned everything that's going on, Juicy J is mad that rap sales are down 40%. So let's see what's wrong.
American problems.
Let's see what's wrong with the baby. So, and that caused the response, So I got, what's his name again? Haran Mysoni. How do you say that fucking name?
My son.
Okay. So I got my son's response, and then I got Wallow. So everybody's jumping into this, everyone's trying to save that great old, that hip hop. Everybody's trying to save hip hop, right? Okay, so here's what Juicy J said. I found what he said quite entertaining, but let's roll the video since we're not here all night. Hit that like and subscribe for mama. Don't be shy to dig in your pocket and send me a super chat because you like me.
I know a lot of people don't want to hear this, but rap music is down 40%. Check the charts. Check the math. What are we as rappers, producers, composers gonna do about this shit? Because it's down 40% this year. Do your research. It's a fact. Let's have a conversation. What are we gonna do? Rap is down 40%, man. We gotta figure some shit out. We gotta sit down and talk. Let's have a meeting. Let's meet up somewhere. Let's have a big ass fucking meeting. Let's talk about this shit, how we can turn this shit around. Because this is how we eat. This is how we make money. We make money. I make money. We all make money. Rappers, we make money off rap. Shows, publishing, this is how we make money. This is how we eat. This is how we take care of our families. It's down fucking 40%, nigga. Real shit. But I'm willing, and I hope you willing, to let's figure out something to keep this motherfucking money train.
And they're shocked.
So the last of what he said was, let's figure out a way to keep this money train going because, Juicy J needs his money train to continue, to stay on the track. So then my son, he chimed in, and this is what he had to say. All of this is very interesting because I'm just looking.
So were we invited to this meeting?
No, I don't think we're invited, Lena. They don't want me there.
No,
they definitely don't want me there.
We can have our own meeting today.
Yeah, we'll have our own meeting. So this is what my son said. This is all such. Oh my God. Anyway,
the jig is up, man. The bullshit. The jig is up. You're gonna actually have to start doing real work again. You're gonna have to find artists that make real music. Shout out to Juicy J because I can hear the concern in your voice as a real artist, right? But the jig is up. You can't keep putting out bullshit music. You can't keep trying to force feed the public and the consumers music that they don't want. You can't find TikTok artists and try to turn them into big artists because you put 100 videos out and you put them on in every algorithm and make us see them 1 million times and they get 1 million views. You can't keep tricking the consumer to think they stars when they trash. The jig is up. A&R is going to have to start doing some work again. You're going to have to start finding real artists. You're going to have to find artists that really care about the culture and the craft and put together product of substance. Niggas who actually make music, niggas who have a...
The Nile ain't just a river, honey. So here's Wallow. Wallow chimed in. Wallow has somewhat a different perspective.
Adam Herman, I'm sorry. That just took me out.
Thank you, Black Lexicon. Thank you so much for the super chat, sir. I appreciate you supporting the blog. And here we have Wallow. This is Wallow's take.
That took place in the ghettos of America, and it's a sound that's called hip hop. We control cool. We birthed a lot of different quote unquote, categories or genres where we want to play the category game and all this and third. We control cool. That dress, the way we pop it, that lingo. I'm talking about the dance. It's a lot of stuff. We gonna keep it. Come on, let's keep it player. We're not gonna do that. Don't do that, Juicy. Don't be putting that type of information out talking about, no, how can we be down? How can you be down? How can we be down? Is you adding these numbers up of everything? Everything that we, come on, influence and everything that, all this is, what is we talking about?
I'm not even going to speak first. Anybody?
I just feel like it's too little too late. Why are we having this conversation today? People like us have been trying to have this conversation when we saw it, like starting to turn to popcorn, microwave, no talent. I just want to get some TikTok sales or whatever, even before TikTok. But and the retort was always, oh, you only feel like that because you're old. Okay, you know what? I'm out the conversation. If you like it, I love it. So I mean, I don't know why everyone's acting so surprised that we're here. And the other part of that is every genre goes through this. I mean, every genre has their heyday and then they start to decline except country. So I don't know what the big deal is actually.
Can we get the likes up? I always have like double the people lurking and half the people like it. It would help me. It costs you nothing. Hit that like for mama. It's not gonna hurt.
I don't understand. Like, I don't understand what can be done. I mean, it's not music. I mean, it's not. It hasn't been music in for a couple of decades. And I'm not being the old nigga. You know what I mean? It hasn't really constituted as music, you know what I mean, for a couple of decades. You can't throw that in there with country, jazz, or any things of that nature. These are genres of music that require compositions, require topics, growth, great performances on stage. Did I name anything that sounds like modern day hip hop right now? Now, there was a time when hip hop was something artful. There was a time when it probably could have progressed and grown into something, but at some point in time, it just ironically mirrored the culture that it streamed from, which is Black culture, and Black culture suffers, immensely from arrested development. Hip hop hasn't grown because the culture has not grown, and this is where the Drake grown man music art argument loses steam fast. How is this grown man music supposed to sound? What is it about? When the average, Black man dresses like his son. From last time I saw brothers still want to fuck 20-year-olds. Niggas is 50 years old, still in the club, popping. Motherfuckers is 50, having 8-7 kids. But it's just irresponsible behavior. So when we say mature music, mature means responsible. Mature means money correct. Mature means a number of things. Last mature albums I heard were the Jay-Z 444 album and Nas's, Life is Good. They weren't huge, like that. A lot of times, cats don't talk about Life is Good. They'll talk about some, future shit though.
Wait a minute. I just read a really quick commercial break. Thank you, Black Lexicon. I just noticed when he spelled out, he said, I didn't even notice. I never thought to spell that out. Thank you, Black Lexicon.
That's the catchphrase.
Thank you for that. I never imagined spelling it out, but there it is.
I saw it slip. I thought it slipped by you because I laughed when I saw it with the tongue out and everything.
That's hilarious. I missed that. Thank you so much. Kyrie, you got something on this?
I just think there's no sales really in music, period. I think probably all of music is down. And it's all because of streaming and everything being digital and everything being so accessible to you. You don't have to buy nothing. You know how many streams it takes to equal one album sale?
Right.
No, there's people still eating. No, there's motherfuckers still eating. Outside of hip hop, this motherfucker's still eating.
Right. But it's not from music itself.
Yeah,
music is a gateway for a lot of people nowadays. Nowadays, music is a gateway into making money to figure out other things. Well, hip hop specifically. Here's
the point that I'm making to you. You know what I mean, Kyle? Like, okay, there's a point to what you're making, but all the genres, they're that much of a prominent force that they don't need to eat primarily off of streams. People still go to these shows, man. People still buy these other acts, merchandise. They still support these people. You know what I mean? So on. This is
What
not happening.
what people are you talking about? Hip hop or other genres of music? You're not talking
I'm
about
talking
hip
about
hop,
other
right?
genres.
No.
No, I'm
Well,
talking about other
hip-hop
genres.
Other genres.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking about other
Right.
genres of
hip-hop
music.
legacy.
Okay,
People
yeah,
still
no,
eating.
def,
Bad Bunny's still
no,
eating, bro.
no,
Like
no. Bad
these
Bunny,
people
Taylor
are still
Swift,
Yeah.
absolutely,
all that.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Hip hop. Talking about hip hop, yeah. Motherfuckers in hip hop is fucked up because motherfuckers don't go to the shows because the shows are whack. The music's redundant. So at some point in time, it's like you can't really say it's the streaming. Well, older hip hop music is being streamed more than modern hip hop music. This is a statistical fact.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of old hip hop acts still eating. They're touring.
Yeah.
Making
Right.
money. You know what I mean? So it has to be a lot bigger. We can't just sit here and just put it on
it's
the
definitely
street.
it's definitely more than sales. I agree with you. It's definitely more than sales, but I think sales being down, period, has a big has a lot to do with it. Juicy J ain't really touring like that. He produces a lot of things. He's not touring like that. 3 6 Mafia ain't really out there like that. Probably another 5-10 years they'll be out there.
Right. and the reason why exactly, but the reason why they're not purchasing tickets because why? They have no stage presence. They really don't have any really good music. This music, the only reason why it really gets streamed is because of TikTok. People just want to put it on their stuff, you know.
Yeah.
That's the most streams that they get. But to actually go out and like, oh, I'm gonna go download this song for real, not really. But when you're talking about the pop artists and the even the old school R&B artists, they're still eating very well. Country, they're gonna always eat. You know, things like that. So yeah, and then we got the what's replacing hip hop now is Afrobeats, right? Because they're bringing the art back into it. They're bringing the soul back into it. They're bringing the fun back into it.
And reggaeton.
So
I think the last 10, 15 years have produced the most one-hit wonders ever.
Yeah.
Right.
Look, the people that I work with in the industry right now, the first thing that they came to me, it was like, yo, you got some Afrobeat shit going? You got some reggaeton shit going? You got some Spanish shit going? Nobody's talking to me about hip hop. Nobody. So the people behind the scenes, the little quiet conversations are, they don't know if this shit gonna be able to go another 20, 30 years.
Today's hip hop is just too easy to make. It's just too easy to make. Today's hip hop.
Way easy.
That's when I started to get upset because I used to love when I would listen to hip hop and I was like, damn, that's why he's on the radio and I'm not, right? Because I would just hear how they put words together, the intelligence. They would have me run into a damn dictionary back in the day.
Right.
And then when it started to turn and I was starting to hear people literally sound like they just got drunk and high, went into the studio and just whatever came out, like they were just having fun and whatever came out. And it's like, okay, that's a take. That's literally what it started sounding like. And then it just got worse and worse and worse. So
hi Orlando. I like hold on really quickly. Hi Orlando. I like what Orlando said here. Music is kind of garbage to me. No diversity, no groups, no harmony, no feeling. I stay in my 70s, 80s, and 90s bag. Same. I get a feeling and vibe. Now hip hop diversity is gone. It's true. There's a reason why we listen to music, period, in general. Whether we listen to honky tonk, country, hip hop, reggaeton, Afro, there's a reason why, right? Because it evokes emotion or a feeling. If we're sad, we're listening to this. If we're mad, we're listening to this. If we're in love, we listen to this. And I think that's or if we're feeling mad about, it's like, we come home, we listen to the DMX before and after the corporate job, right? I know I have. But it's like with this new hip hop, I don't understand what it's supposed to do to you. Even when the women are talking about sex, it doesn't make me want to have sex because there's music that you listen to that puts you in the mood, right? We've all done it. They're throwing a little R&B, a little, you know what I'm saying, Jaheim, you know what I mean, believe,
Make me want to find some hoes. It makes me want to find some hoes.
Right? So here. Women, Kari, women.
No, I'm talking about their type of music makes me want to go out and find hoes.
Gotcha.
Not women. It don't make me want to
Gotcha.
find a wife or a girlfriend. It makes me want to go find some hoes.
Gotcha. Watch your mics until you speak because someone's in a tunnel, please. Okay, so I think that's also what's missing from this new hip hop. However, I have a very cynical eye on these rappers that are complaining about declining sales. I'm sorry, I'm very cynical. When y'all are running out, giving all your money to Gucci and Louis Vuitton and Mercedes Benz and Prada and Balenciaga, and you're spending millions, you are the reason. You are the mascots of these designers. You are literally the mascots of these designers. You are the free ads for these designers. Are you worried about your millions then? Are you worried about the money train? Like he said, let's keep this money train going. For what? I don't think they understand how cynical we have become as a people. Like we were talking about earlier, everybody got problems. So to hear a fucking millionaire go on there and be like, go buy my album, it was good. Fuck off. I got a mortgage to pay. Like, fuck off. We got real problems out here, Mr. 20 million net worth. Fuck you and fuck off. Y'all didn't safeguard hip hop. Now you're panicking because you can't fucking sell tickets. Fuck off.
And he only spoke out because he noticed his numbers was down 40%.
Quick
so
thing.
He's doing the Monique.
You're saying all these things right now, Jay, and you're gonna go see Babyface for the 982nd time.
and the ticket was $560 front row, bitch.
And that's my point. That's the power of a motherfucker that's actually bringing something that the people can feel. That's the power of someone with a fan base. So motherfuckers ain't fucking with you because your product is whack. Period. Maybe your fucking product is just whack. Look, period, man. Look, if your product is dope, people will support you. They will find some way to support you, man. You will make some degree of money if you are putting out a dope product. If you're not putting out something, it's usually the people who blame the system, blame the labels, blame this, blame that when they ain't making no money, when they got to really look at the fact, well, the product is shit. Like how many?
It's interesting that you brought up Babyface because it's what I was talking about just a few seconds ago. When I sit there and listen to the hit songs that he wrote for everybody, you know what I mean? New Edition, Boyz II Men, Tony Braxton, Tevin Campbell, like that takes me so many stages of my life. And I know I'm going to be there and get teary-eyed and feel good and remember and reminisce. And he's going to, he's dancing. Babyface dances his ass off. His band is always sexy. Okay. He don't got a bunch of old guys up there. All right. His band is sexy. They're dancing. He's running up and down stairs like he's 30.
He knows how to keep things very youthful. I really respect that. He knows how to stay current. Like he's fucking genius. He's genius.
Have y'all listened to his latest album, Ladies Night?
I have, but I have mixed reviews about it. I'm gonna tell you, I like it, but this is the thing. I wish he would have did a little old school, new school because it sounds like one person singing. Because his production and writing, I mean, that's Babyface, right? It's just vocally, it sounds like one person, but it's a compilation album. Because back to what we're saying, these new girls don't have any range. They all sound exactly the same. So it was genius of him to lend his writing and his production to the new school. That's genius, right? But I wish he would have did what Diddy did, which was do the new school, old school. That would have been perfect with a Babyface touch.
But we're not going to blaspheme on tonight, right, Lily?
No. I'm just it's not him. No. It's not him. It's the girls, is what I'm saying. It's like you're putting this wonderful Babyface production and writing on this monotone sound, and it sounds like one person vocally, right? On this wonderful writing and production. It's like if you would have added some texture, because our old school artists got texture, and that's what I would like to see.
Thank you so much for the super chat. I want my vision back. This is deep. This comment is deep. Lovely Mix says they should just let hip hop die.
I'm kind of feeling like that now.
Die. Hip hop will never die. It might stop being popular, but it'll never die.
Right.
Well, as long as there's a nigga out of work, of course it'll never die. But the overall point I'm making here is this.
Jeez.
You know what I'm saying? R&B needs to get the hell away from hip hop and reimagine itself and get back to its own roots, man. Because that shit's starting to sound like melodic rappers over rap beats. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's like,
listen, I was never a fan of a beautiful R&B song, and then Lil Wayne come in at the. I'm like, you're fucking up my stroke, my rhythm. You're just fucking up the night for me.
But you know what? I think that is another problem with hip hop. Nowadays, I can't tell what's hip hop and what's something else. You know, it's just so blended. Like there'll be people that's singing on their songs, and they'll be like, "Nah, I'm a rapper," but I haven't heard you rap. All I heard you do was sing on autotune. You know, but that's hip hop.
I mean, it's the same visually. Like the strippers and the R&B girls and the hip hop girls all look the same now. And you know, there was a distinct difference between those groups, and I just miss variety. That's all it is for me.
So let's talk about what my song.
My song.
Okay, my song. Let's. Oh no, more blasphemy. What is this? Afrobeats is trap. No, sir. No, sir. Afrobeats and reggaeton is the best shit out right now.
He ain't never had a vibe.
And ain't no way. So let's go back to what my son said. I thought it was silly. I thought that he's in denial. He's like, A&R people gonna have to go back to blah blah blah, and no one's going back anything. No one is going. Do people understand that the earth spins? We go forward. No one is going back to any A&R's still in existence. They want artists to come cookie cut. You got to look good already. You got to make sure you could do your makeup already. You got to how many followers do you have on? They're not building artists anymore. Whatever is it? Like, go back to the Black Lives Matter line, my son. No one is going back. No one is. A&R is going to have to go, and the producer's going to have to go back to making real music, and blah blah is going to have to go back. Nobody's going back.
Does he know how much that cost? Do you know how much A&R cost, and how much money they saved by getting rid of A&R? You think they're going to go back and put that in the budget?
This is how it works, man. You have to essentially be a mom and pop shop, and the record label shows up as a bank ready to give you a predatory loan. That's essentially what this shit is. You got to have shit popping already to some degree and reach some ceiling where you have.
We just did that this week, didn't we, Lily? We came in packaged, so people are like, well, hey, you know what I mean? It's like less work for me. You know, less work.
That's all they want. They want less work and more back end.
That is where we are today. And that is why even going out for an acting gig, how many followers do you have, Jen?
Yep. I've seen it on when they send out the auditions. I'm like, why do they care how many followers?
They ask you about followers for auditions?
Yes.
Wow. It's crazy.
So, and they do that so they do that because they don't have to spend that much money on marketing, right? They can just say such and such is on the marquee and boom.
Yo, they literally now with casting, they literally ask for your social media link.
Yep, every single casting I've done is.
So send your resume, your reel, your pictures, and your social media link. They want to know how many people you're going to reach with the project. It's it's a merger now. It's a merger now.
So let me ask you something real quick. So you send them all that shit, your pictures, your reel, your whatever. All that shit could probably be trash. If your goddamn social media is popping, you're gonna get a call back.
Yes, listen. I mean, TV shows. How did Nene Leakes end up on a couple hit shows? I mean, there's a lot of people that's what's going on now. That's why the music industry is ruined. That's why Hollywood started going down, because people wanted to save costs. It was about the bottom line. You got to remember, this is a business. They don't care about the art. The executives don't care about the art. Fashion is the exact same way. This, a fashion guy, one guy came in and swooped up and acquired all of the fashion lines. It was like, fuck luxury brand. I'm going to give them Fashion Nova, because these niggas will buy it any damn way. As long as I put the emblem all over it, they're going to buy it, right? And then I'll make more money. So that's why everything has lost its quality. So it's American greed.
That is why you see Ice Spice in a commercial with Ben Affleck. That is why.
That's why I love Adam Hearn's comment earlier. He said Ice Spice came in and finished the job.
Yeah, I agree that, well, first of all, I want to say that some of that I was reading about saying that, like Drake hasn't dropped an album yet. I think he's about to drop one soon.
He just did.
Yeah,
But so what you're finding out is that the people with a real good brand and real good music, they're always going to find a way to make money. It's the ones that are in the middle and maybe on the lower end that aren't going to be able to eat as well. Also, yeah, there is no going backwards. And, there was a time where people got together and were creative. Now you got computers, those jobs aren't coming back because why? Because people are going to buy a lot of the crap anyway, right? At least for a little while, they're going to buy whatever you feed them. And it's cheap. You can take one person and do what you used to maybe take 5, 10 people to pay. So yeah, it's not going back. And unfortunately, yeah, you lose creativity unless you go looking for it.
Right.
You can find it. They're not making money though.
And that's when I think that you're acting quote unquote old, or you're being an old head. When I hear him say something like, "Oh, this TikTok thing," and you trying to make fly by night artists with this TikTok thing, and you make that is the world we live in now. Ben Affleck, I just checked to be sure, he has 3 million followers on X, right? Hold on to your seats for a minute.
Ice Spice got 9.8 million on Instagram.
There you go.
You've got to be kidding me.
Not kidding.
Just pulled it up.
Not
and
kidding.
Her feed is super curated now.
Yeah, not kidding. This is why. This is why. Now, do you believe when we make any move? What's the social media link, dear? You're really pretty. But what's the social media link?
This is an A-lister and Oscar winner.
Yes.
Producer,
director, writer, actor, been in the game for decades. This bitch come out, talk about someone was eating her pussy. She bends over and rubs her pussy, and now she's opposite Ben. That's the world we live in. That's what I need my son and Juicy J and everybody to realize. This is where we are now. So evolve or evaporate. What are you going to do with where we are now? If you were smart, Juicy J, if you were smart, my son, you would have got with one of them little TikTok kids, and you would have still been making money. Sales wouldn't have been down 40% if you collabed with Coi Leray.
Right.
No, it's fucked up.
It's just that simple.
If I whip out my dick like this and do this on my Instagram,
that's how big it's gonna look, Kari?
Well, it's not that big.
Oh,
I'm gonna get a charge or some shit like that. I'm gonna get a charge or some shit like that.
But your followers will go up though. Your followers will go up and all that other stuff. Like that's what people like. It's the more degenerate, the more ratchet, the more idiotic that you can be, the more your followers will go up. This is the world that we're living in. They do not care about your talent anymore. I mean,
part of me wants to do an experiment, but I'm scared it's gonna work.
It's gonna work. Because this is clown country. This is clown country.
Right.
It's gonna work.
Right. I don't want to be known for some clown shit.
Look, Kari,
I'm gonna spend the rest of my life trying to show that I'm not that clown.
Blame it on AI. Say it was AI.
I could be.
We're all at the age right now where we just all have to believe and understand there was never a fucking Santa Claus on all fronts.
And the thing is now that our and it's getting faster and faster every day, but the algos go so fast that your stupid thing, you better hope it's stupid enough to keep you there for a couple weeks, because someone's gonna come right behind you and do something more stupid, and someone's gonna come right behind that person. So it's like it is, Religion says it's a race to the bottom. It's actually a race to the top. Because all these people are the top artists. Like, that's nothing to sneeze at. Ben Affleck, Dunkin' Donuts, that's a major brand and a major celebrity.
But see, now celebrities are now losing their flair, right? Like what we thought of as a celebrity, we thought of talented people, people who were really contributing to the arts.
Right.
But now the new celebrity is the girl with the dirty room and the messy bun. And she's laying in her bed and or doing like that is the new celebrity. This is a weird world we're in, but that's where we're at.
And the more unattractive you are, the better.
Every now and then, some good people come from social media. Every now.
I will say this.
Every now and then.
I will say this though.
I like Coi Leray.
She's dope. Yes, all of this really boils down to barrier to entry. However, there's one art form right now that still demands that you bring the goods. And this is one of the reasons why we haven't seen a great one in a minute. Comedy. All these motherfucking Instagram motherfuckers doing that car comedy shit. They couldn't make that shit translate on stage.
Yeah.
They couldn't make that translate on stage, because when you're dealing with comedy, all that hype, all that whatever, at some point in time, it's gonna be you, that microphone, and these motherfuckers, and you got to be funny.
Yeah,
Right now,
there's very few that translate. But there's one dude that got a Netflix special now that came from the social media.
Oh, that country guy, something with all the kids.
Yeah.
He got a gang of kids. Yeah.
Country Wayne.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, my girlfriend Tanya works with him all the time.
You know,
Tony Baker
but
got
I
one
like.
on Tuesday.
Yeah, but they said a lot of people said his special was ass. I didn't see it though, so I can't judge.
It had some funny parts, but it wasn't no ha 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 all the way through.
Okay.
Yeah, from what I gather, he does better with the skits and stuff. Because one of my girlfriends, she's actually a real actor, and he incorporates real actors into his skits. Like, it's not just like, let me grab you and let me grab you. And I feel like he's better in that than stand up.
But also, I'm from a totally different generation from him, so I might not just understand some of his jokes. That generation might understand his jokes better. I don't know. So I can't give it a full review.
You know, I think that, like you said, Jen, I mean, I just think that unfortunately, or fortunately, whatever you want to say, like social media and what has happened, like you used to, like, for instance, people can't resist coming on here and letting you know what their views are, on different subjects, right?
Mm-hmm.
The real good ones never did. Like, I'll bring up Bob Barker. You didn't know how Bob Barker felt about the environment, or you know what I mean? But people, and so what I'm saying is now, like the Ben Affleck, like before, when you used to think the actors and everything, they had all this, and they are talented, but they were hidden behind a PR person. So you never really got to know who they were. With this stuff now, like you're saying, all these people, they're making it, but we're also seeing them raw. Like nobody's protecting their image, and it's kind of gross. So what we're finding out about all these entertainers is a lot of them are gross.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
I want to say this because I want to go back to something that Kari said. I'm the type of person, I can like an artist, but I'm not buying your shit. I don't buy music. I can't remember the last time, I'm talking about decades on. I think the last thing I purchased with money was maybe, what's his name? The Love Hate album. The guy with the thin voice. Forgot his fucking name.
I know who it is. Dream.
The Dream.
That was
my favorite album. That's one of my
favorite
albums.
That album was given to me.
Okay, so that back then when it dropped, that's probably the last time I said, here's some money for some music, right? Every genre is just saturated. It's easy. We don't have to go to the movies anymore. We could just pull up Amazon or Hulu, right? We don't have to do that anymore. Concerts, I could blow it up on my YouTube. I was watching the freaking Chris Brown concert on my big screen TV with the speakers on. I felt like I was there, right? Now Babyface, I got to see in person. That's a different situation. But you could watch these concerts big as hell, comfortable in your home. And we just got used to not having to do a lot for these artists. Another thing I want to say is going back to, I think what Lily said, everybody's a celebrity now. Before, the celebrities used to be the talented people, but now anybody yelling in their car, jumping into things, pranking, they become instant celebrities. So, the Mysons and the Juicy J's, you're no longer important. And I think that's what they're missing. They think they're still important. They think they're still above the commoners and the fans. We have way too much access to you. We know your life, your kids, you talk too much on social media. So what happens? Familiarity breeds contempt, right? You see the motherfucker all the time. You're like, what is Kanye saying again? Shut the fuck up. But back in the day, if it wasn't social, if social media wasn't out, these people had a mystique to them, a mystery. We couldn't touch them. We couldn't get to them. We couldn't get backstage. It's like, so now with social media, we are constantly not only backstage with these motherfuckers, now we're in their living rooms. Now they're in their kitchens talking to us. Now they're in their bedrooms. We see some of these people, big celebrities in their beds talking to us. We are there.
We argue with them. They argue back and forth with us. Like, who would have thought major celebrities will be arguing back and forth with random person they don't know? This person could be in their drawers in their mama's basement with some Cheeto stains. They don't know, but Drake is arguing with them. Well, I'm just throwing out a name.
Yeah.
It's just who would have thought that we would be here? This
Well,
is very interesting.
I argued with a couple of celebs and they blocked me. I was like, I don't give a fuck who you is, bitch. And here's the thing, that it's not just me. Now there are millions of people with access to these quote unquote celebrities. Their respect is gone. The mystery is gone. When the actors all came out, we're on strike. We can't even pay our bills. What was the response? We don't give a fuck. They were in these celebrities' comments. We don't give a fuck. You can't get gas for your Bentley, bitch. Like, the cynicism is high. There's way too much access. Way too much access. We're in these people's living rooms. We're there. We're in their kitchens. They're on their toilet. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Rolling up. We're there. So it's like, why? And the lure of buying something was because we wanted a piece of a celebrity, right? We bought that ticket because we needed a piece of that celebrity in that movie. We needed a piece of their music. Now all I got to do is let me go see what the fuck Tyrese is crying about today. Oh, there he is right there in his living room crying about something, right? let me go see.
You know what the bright side is? When the power goes out and the internet goes down, the only thing that's going to be left is the dope shit.
Yeah, I'll still have it.
That's the only thing that's on vinyl and cassette and CD and shit.
Thank you. Yes, the dream, Dara Allen.
I will say this,
all right, guys. Yeah.
We literally just become a nation of fucking haters, and that is the climate right now. People are just looking for any opportunity to knock somebody down a peg or two if they got a little bit more butter to put on their bread than they do. You know what I mean? So to be here and ask for empathy or any degree of empathy, it's just not going to fucking work. It's just not. And that's my final thought on that.
I have a final thought, though. I think what's going to happen is people are going to catch on to that and they're going to start to pretend that they're more humble than they really are, just so that people, because
we see that already. We see that already with the fake apologies. Like when Amari, after they got on him, how dare you bring up Black Lives Matter? Black Lives Matter is sacred. He responded the next day. He did a little paragraph like, maybe I misspoke, maybe it's something. And then at the end, he put, this is not an apology. And then when I went back, he deleted, this is not an apology. So people are saying what they really mean, but then it's like, oh, I don't want to lose money, so let me apologize, right? Or act like I'm apologizing, or act like I care about these motherfuckers who are. And then he turned off his comments completely because I guess he got tired of people, coming for him or whatever. But a lot of people are acting more humble than they really are. Because they're like, oh my God, I'm gonna make money. I got to get people to like me. And that's the thing. They're constantly chasing this. I need people to like me. Here's the thing. No one likes anybody now. No one likes anybody. And that's why I say here, don't fall in love with me. People leave me comments. They're like, oh, I love what you said. Wait till tomorrow. Because you won't like what I said tomorrow. You won't like what I say tomorrow. So just enjoy it. Enjoy the entertainment. Agree, disagree, be indifferent. But no one likes anybody now. No one likes anybody. Fuck you, man. I don't care how many. I mean, I'm talking about the echelon. Like someone who's super accomplished, like a Mariah Carey. Man, I don't care how many times you wear platinum, bitch. Like people don't care anymore. When you put Ice Spice, you thought I was feeling you? That nigga a munch. When you put that next to Ben Affleck, you take Ben Affleck down to a motherfucker in the Bronx.
Right.
You do.
He looked like he was in pain doing that commercial.
He always looks like he's in pain. Ben Affleck always looks like he's in pain.
Look who he's living with, for God's sake.
What's wrong with a motherfucker from the Bronx? I'm a motherfucker from the Bronx.
So am I. But I'm saying that you lose. Now it's like you and I are equal. Where back in the day, motherfuckers from the Bronx used to think, oh my God, look at this big star. This star is untouchable. Now you're in my backyard, bitch. So me and you, we the same. That's what I'm saying, that people are looking. That's how we're looking at these people now. They're no longer special to us. When we were little, Michael Jackson, Prince, oh my God, Mariah Carey, Whitney. Now he's like, oh, I could see this bitch in her bed. And she's on
'Cause
Instagram right now crying about her sales.
Now, did
We
he
always
feel
wa-
bad,
we-
or he was just like, here's another chick from the Bronx? Wasn't he married to a chick from the Bronx?
Who?
He is married to a chick from the
Ben
Bronx. That's what
Affleck.
we said. He is married to a chick from the Bronx.
She's
But
from
my
the suburbs in the Bronx.
Right. But the thing is, I
There
mean,
you
like,
go with that.
because we used to be able to be like, I wonder what such and such is doing. I wonder what such and such day in the life is. Now we know, and it's not even interesting.
Yeah, that's so. I mean, I was just thinking back. There's so many things that have changed. I remember, like when Jen's talking about you want to get a piece of somebody, right? You used to want to get a piece of the artist. I remember like standing in line, waiting to get a ticket or waiting to get an album. You're standing in line with other people and you're talking, and I can't wait for this to come out. You know, now it pisses me off when I go to get concert tickets and all you have is resale. You all you have is people making money on top of it. It's like, wait, they don't even give the regular fans access anymore to get tickets. I mean, the lines, yeah. But anyway, my point being is that, and from what Lily was saying and everything, yeah, there is that mystique that the stars used to have, and it's just not there anymore. And now, like you said, people hate each other, and also there's that factor of, I never had access to this person. Now I can troll them. I can get their attention, you know, because negative is always going to get the attention. So,
Yeah, like now they're literally at your fingertips now, right? Like, listen, I to this day I used to listen to Tyrese's Sweet Lady and How You Gonna Act Like That. Now when I hear those songs, I fucking cringe because I just see him on Instagram crying and bullshitting, and it's like it drives me up now. It drives me up now. Sorry. All right, guys. So we out of here. This was short and sweet. Please come back. What's tomorrow? Wednesday?
What she said. Yeah.
I think it's
Kari stupid.
I tell you
Kari,
what, man.
Thank you for coming up, Kari.
Oh, no doubt. Thanks for having me. I always enjoy coming through.
I don't know what it is when Kari comes up, but man, every time he comes up, I'm just like, he makes me smile. I don't know why. Don't know why. I don't know.
After that.
Maybe it's the way you do it. Yeah, I know. I could have said pause, but I mean, yeah.
I'll say it for you. Pause.
No, he looks.
Or maybe you don't need to.
He's got that kind of friendly look that, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, I try to have a good spirit.
The fuck you trying to say about the rest of us? No, say.
Oh,
no,
shit.
I mean,
oh shit.
I already know. I already know I look angrier than a motherfucker. My mother literally told me, fix your face ever since I was 6 years old.
I tell you what, when I'm in public, that's like the woman's come online to me. Why aren't you smiling? When I'm in public, I'm not smiling. I'm on my Bronx shit, like, you know.
It's permanent. It's a permanent scout. Thank you to everyone in the room. Sorry we got to leave you. There's a lot of people in the room right now. Hit that like and subscribe. We have to go. However, there's lots of juicy content in the gallery if you want to keep watching us on this evening. But we will be back tomorrow. Don't forget, Lily and I just started Sisterhood Sips. Okay, a pre-recorded show. We're going to drop that. It is beautiful. Very, very informative. It's some hot girl talk. So guys, if you want to know how women talk, you got to watch the show.
Oh, episode 1 is kicking the door in. You all are not ready for this.
Lily, we got about 50 plus people in the room. Shall we tell them what episode is going to be?
I think we should.
I think we should.
Give them a little. They're not ready.
All right, guys. So episode 1 of Sisterhood Sips, okay, we're dropping it this week or next week for sure, okay, is A Trans Woman Took My Man. Yes, Lily and I discovered we were dating the same man. So episode 1, her and I compare what we thought of his penis, his height, his weight, his attitude, his house, his car. We compare notes, okay? And we give a lot of clues to who it was. So that is episode 1. I experienced him, and so did Lily.
And we have to add he's a high profile guy. So like
everybody knows him. Everybody knows him. It's a high profile.
Let me ask this question.
Okay.
Are y'all gonna send him the episode?
No.
He might see it.
If he sees it, he's gonna know we're talking about. Here's the thing, Kari, I wanted to blast him. Lily was like, no, pause. I said, okay. I was like, I'll blast this bitch. I don't care. But Lily was like, no. So I have to, I have to respect the situation. However, it was funny because when we were recording the episode, our producer and our engineer, they were taking notes down, trying to get clues. Okay, he looks like what? Yeah, they were trying to figure it out. So, but he's well known. You got everyone who's watching us right now. You definitely know him, Kari. You guys know him.
Diddy.
No, it's not Malik. It's not Malik.
Everyone went there. That's what everybody
Diddy.
I don't know why.
Everybody says Diddy.
Just like everybody knows. I'm like, everybody knows that motherfucker. You know?
No, it wasn't Diddy. It wasn't Malik Yoba either, Adam Hearn. No.
It's none of the obvious. Let's just put Orlando, don't sit here and act like you don't. Oh, you do know. I'm about to say, I saw this. I'm like, don't act like you don't know.
So
that's my bestie.
Anyway. Oh my God, you just made my stomach turn. Oh shit, somebody said Bobby Valentino. That's funny.
We said least expected.
That's funny because Bobby Valentino has the reputation for having a tiny little wiener. Ask me how I know. I'm just saying he has a reputation.
I never heard.
And he has a reputation for liking trans girls, so that's why I said whoever you don't expect. Oh, not the obvious.
Okay, right. So our first episode is going to drop, and we literally compare notes of our experience with this guy. So that's how we coming on Sisterhood Sips, and we talked about a lot of juicy details. Okay, so
that sounds interesting.
And I'm dropping the Big Daddy Kane interview. Johnny
I'm just
Gill.
throwing out Eddie
Johnny Gill.
Somebody said Bobby Womack.
Oh my God. Is he still alive? Is he still alive?
I think he was dead by the time I was born. I think he died before I was born.
Shit.
And I hope we ain't killing him. Is he alive or dead? I don't know what it is. Bobby,
I'll stay killing folks. At this point, I just gotta give it up. I stay killing folks.
I love it. I love it how everybody is just guessing in the chat. Lily does not want to go.
He passed away in 2014.
In the studio, we recorded, and everybody was trying to figure this out. Like, it was the funniest thing the whole time. After the show, people just throwing names out.
Like, no.
Y'all
Big
should
Star.
check in. Take
Big
notes
Star.
and see if y'all can
Big
figure
Star.
it out.
It's interesting because we definitely Orlando.
The first episode was like a game
microscopic.
of Clue. First episode was like a game of Clue.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I guess it won't be Eddie Murphy then.
No.
I mean, I'm just
Somebody Hunter Biden. I'm loving
Oh
y'all.
my God! I had to press Queen Latifah.
I love these people.
What do you think? I'm not into strap-ons. What's the matter with you?
I don't do lesbian love affairs.
What in the on that note, we're the Pagadia. Please follow all of us. Okay, hit that like and subscribe on the way out for Mama. No, it wasn't Flavor Flav. We should cut your tongue out. For that.
Horrible people.
Flavor Flav has some ill dances though.
Oh my goodness. Not ill enough. All right, guys. So thank you. That is how we're coming. Please stay tuned for Sisterhood Sis. Please stay tuned for Block 1-on-1. My first interview is with Big Daddy Kane. Amazing human being. You're going to like that too.
Stepping.
At all. Super, super sweet guy. I couldn't find one person to say a bad thing about Big Daddy Kane. Everybody loves that man. Everybody loves that man.
Not one person.
But
Did you ask him about Madonna?
You heard a bad thing about
No. What about Madonna?
Wasn't he messing with Madonna at some point?
I don't know.
No,
I didn't know about that. I
they
didn't ask him about that.
They took a spread together, man. He posed naked with her. I remember that.
Orlando
Big
wants
Daddy-
to know, was Kane fine?
Wait a minute.
Yeah, I remember Kane. I do remember that.
Holy shit. No, I didn't know that.
But was he fine in person is what Orlando wanted to know.
Orlando is the first thing I told him when he sat down. I was like, oh, you fine in person. Okay.
And then he hit you with that deep voice, right?
Yeah, no, he's sweet. Though. He's so shy. Like, he's sweetheart. And then he took me to the Canelo fight. Oh, I didn't know how to act.
I saw that.
Did you see that? I was like Canelo, like, And he took me to the Morris Day show. I got to post that video. I actually looked in the mirror, the Morris Day mirror.
Like, who thinks that they will be able to do that? Like, seriously, so random.
Yeah, no, it was a great time. He's a great guy. All right, guys, meet us here tomorrow. Please hit that like for me and leave me comments. Don't forget, support the show. Cash App on the Block with Jen. If you're catching the replay, Cash App on the Block with Jen. Thank you so much. Love you all. Kari, thank you for pulling up. Pull up more often.
No doubt. I will.
Daryl Allen said I was looking like a mob boss wife. Damn right. It was Big Daddy Kane on the invite. I was like, let me go in this classic. Give me some new shoes and a new bag. All right, guys. Good night. Love you all. Again, ladies and gentlemen, hit that like and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed the show. There's a lot more content in the gallery. Follow me on all social media platforms, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, On the Block with Jen. Cash App, On the Block with Jen. It's sweet when I get a little gift and I'm not even on air. All right, guys. So, yeah, out of here. Good night. Thank you for holding us down, chat. Y'all the best.